bear with.
Racing though, very, very swiftly, as ever, in the Junction 6 NKC, and it's the 177 category out next. This is the minimum weight 177 kilograms senior Rotax class. Same engines as we see on all of our Rotax classes, the 125cc water-cooled single-cylinder motor. Exactly the same in the senior classes. There's a little bit of restriction in the junior class to keep the power down for obvious reasons. But the 177 class about to take to the track with Alex Thomas and Marcus Basley. There are pole sitters on the front row. Alex will control the pace at the front. Behind him on row 2, we've got Stephen Horner and Nathan Wells. Carl Bryant, the team principal of Jib Tech, shares row 3 with Oliver Smith. I've got Stephen Mottram down from the northeast of England on the 777 numbered car. He's with MP Motorsport this weekend. He's alongside Nicholas Walker on row 4. Steve Gilly, we will talk about Steve Gilly during this race, no doubt, Nick, as Steve's got a bit of a race on. We've got George Willis alongside him on row 5. Callum Porter and Keith Mason share row 6. Tonino Machichi and Tim Darlow are on row 7. Harrison Crook, we talked about Harrison Crook in his heat yesterday as well, and he managed to come home third, nursing a problem. More of that coming up. Andy Collinson's alongside him. So it's a TH Corsa versus LRG row 8. Kieran Thompson and Jack Sweeting are on row 9. Jamie Zyra making a guest appearance, as he does, in the Junction 6 NKC at his home track at Whilton Mill here. He's with Dan Holland Racing on the premises. Lewis Crocker alongside on row 10. We've got Rob Simpson, Loris Hilton. Next up, Scott Clee and Tyler Fossey on row 12. Then we've got Alfie Williams, Dennis Treziak, Josh Constable, Richard Evans, Lincoln Bailey Arneson, Jack Goodyear, Reece Llewellyn, Oliver Moss, and then rounding off a 33 card field. 33 cards, wow. James O'Keefe on the novice plate. And we're about to get things underway and into turn 1. Great tails away shot there as the field pile into oblivion. We've got carts off the track on driver's right. They'll rejoin in the middle of Crook Corner. And everybody, I think, staying on the track and heading towards Christmas Corner. Into Christmas and out of Christmas through Inkermans. That right-hand sweep and then into this right-hand rear, very, very off-camber. As Stephen Horner from the second row on the LRG Motorsport entry off and away in the front of this field, taking advantage of this first lap and getting on with it very much. And it's great to see Stephen back here in the NKC. They've been LRG went away racing in another series for the early part of 2024. They're here for the remaining 3 rounds of the NKC, though, going forward. And it's great to have all of the LRG drivers here this weekend. And it's Stephen Horner from Carl Bryant. A little bit of a gap, though. Almost a second there, Stephen Horner has pulled out. Carl Bryant now chasing him down. Alex Thomas, Steve Gilly, Steve in 4th. Now Steve's going to have his last race here. He's going to have a bit of a battle on his hands with Steve. We wish him all the very best in that battle with testicular cancer that he's going to encounter in the next few weeks. And we wish him well. He's going into treatment for that. And we look forward to seeing him back here next year. And hopefully we'll keep him entertained with the final 2 rounds of the Junction 6 NKC on Karting Live TV while he recuperates from that. We wish him all the best for
Absolutely,
that.
100%.
At the moment, he's in 4th place and the leading master.
So they go down. It's a big, big lead straight away for Stephen Horner. 1.7 seconds in just 2 racing laps. Carl Bryant in second. Thomas and Gilly, Smith, Willis, Zyra. Zyra. Harrison Crook in. Oh, and out they go.
Oh, who was that? That's the 153 who grinds to a halt. And the 153 is George Willis. And they're getting it all wrong. That's the 95 of Jamie Zyra, who tried to get down the inside and just ran out of space. Contact and both carts being delayed massively. So Alex Thomas there in 3rd place. Ahead of him is Carl Bryant and Stephen Horner.
You took that completely wrong. Cart number 5 there. That is not the direction he should have been facing whilst going over that.
We haven't got a cart number 5, Nick. Who was
No,
it?
in the fifth car in that train.
Right, the fifth. Right, Oliver Smith.
God, some right pedanticism going on here.
That confused me because I was looking through Christmas
If
corner.
confusing you with an issue, it was any sort of a measure, we'd be in serious trouble, wouldn't we, really?
State of confusion. Stephen Horner pulled a gap of 2.3 seconds there to Carl Bryant, and a fastest lap of the whole field. So Stephen, really,
Harrison Crook there just took a place by just effectively just easing up the inside there of Oliver Smith, who always leapt on him. Crook, who had a problem yesterday.
Harrison Crook ahead of Oliver Smith, is that?
So Harrison Crook in the 6th. He was, if you remember with us yesterday, he was the racer who had a situation where he couldn't get the cart to come out of the corners. He had a power valve fail.
Yeah, the power valve stuck. He was effectively on a junior Rotax power unit. His Venator engine with carburetor issues now, but he's got that Venator working well now. And there's another move. Yeah. Another move and another place for him, and he's now up into 5th spot. Or is that 4th? Was that Steve he snuck by? I think it was, So that's a 4th place. And down another third, one. Yeah, he's just taking everybody as he wants.
I'll just be in all the positions now.
Now that I've got all my power back,
suddenly things seem a bit easier.
He did really well in yesterday's 177 heat to hang on to 3rd place. He was having to find grip levels through the corners that he'd never known he had, and he was absolutely flinging that cart in, losing out, punching out of the slow corners, so he had to carry a lot of speed into them. There's our leader, Stephen Horner. Here's Carl Bryant, who's now got Harrison Crook, is it?
Yeah, it's Crook in the blue and white, right behind him on the 6th bright yellow plate, and there's 4 or 5 of them scrapping behind, but it's more 2nd and 3rd at the moment where we need to be at. Going into Ashby, going wide, that huge seductive run-off area there, Crook out with the inside.
Carl Bryant's a tough character, isn't he?
But that's not, there's 2 corners there, he's still got him, and Bryant's lost some momentum, which is going to put him into the Alex Thomas's clutches.
I think that's Zyra.
Zyra's come through in the 95, Zyra's got Thomas as well. Right,
so that's Jamie Zyra as well, up into 3rd.
Now, the only issue for Crook now is that the 16th of Stephen Horner is miles ahead. Miles, Joe.
He is, yeah. It's
4
you know
seconds.
What? We've now got the battle of the Northeast engine builders at the front of this field with Stephen Horner on an HRS.
I can see they'll be making an Apple mini series about that, won't they?
Yeah, it's a good drive to survive kind of thing.
The battle of the Northeast.
The battle of the Northeast engine builders.
I'm fettling my Rotax in Sunderland. I'm fettling mine in Newcastle. Fight.
Well, Stephen Horner is on Nigel Horner's HRS motor, and Harrison Crook is on the Venator.
Are they Sunderland and Newcastle?
No, they're not. HRS is T-side, and Venator has lost out to Dan Holland Racing's Jamie Zyra. Harrison Crook will be thinking, who is this guy? Well, Jamie Zyra made a guest appearance in the O Plate here at Whilton Mill last year in the NKC and went very well indeed. And here he is in 2nd place, the gap 3.8 seconds, and there's the fastest lap of the race from Zyra.
Well, Zyra has the advantage of being a Dan Holland Racing car, which means all he has to do is get the cart from 200 yards over there, where the entire factory is, and go, Dan, I assume it's Dan Holland Racing, is there? Dan,
yeah.
Sometimes the name is left, McLaren
McLaren
anymore, is there?
Dan is very much a thing.
Dan, can I borrow the cart for the weekend? Where are you taking it? Literally, I'm just going to push it.
Over there.
Just push it over there. All right, then you're okay.
Harrison Crook wakes up to the fact that Zyra's gotten by, though. And that's Harrison Crook with the blue sleeves on his overalls. Jamie Zyra on the Lando Norris cart. Dan Holland, of course, the supplier and distributor of the Lando Norris OTK cart. And Zyra looks over his shoulder. Harrison Crook is going to play a waiting game behind these 2 for 2nd and 3rd. Let's drop back, because I think that's going to be a bit of a stalemate, Nick. Let's drop back to this one as Carl Bryant about to succumb to Oliver Smith there, the number 9 moving down the inside at Christmas corner, and number 11 Alex Thomas. Now Carl Bryant lost all of his.
He's going to lose the 3rd one as well.
Yeah, that's Steve Gilly coming through as well. Is it Steve?
Yeah, it was Steve. It was 23. Yeah, they are fighting back on this one.
Carl not letting that happen and coming back at him.
And then Gilly got taken by Nathan Wells there.
I think he has, and that's all about losing your speed through the turn, because you're having to you're offline, where it's a little bit less grippy.
It's very battly, this one, isn't it? They're all kind of tripping over each other. In fairness to Jamie Zyra, he has pulled down about 1.5 seconds on Stephen Horner's lead. Unfortunately for him, I think this next lap, I think that actually Stephen Horner is just going to pass Go, effectively, not collect £200, but we'll collect the last lap board.
Yeah, I think he will. 17 seconds as he comes through Chapman. So he's not going to get round in time for another 2 laps, or is he? 10 seconds on the clock. He's
really
into the
close.
boot.
I think he's going to miss it by about half a second.
There's the drivers that are chasing the leader down.
Is that last lap board?
Yeah, it is the last lap board.
Yeah, they've worked it out. And he's going to go, we're going to go about 8:01. He's going to go across, I reckon. There we are, 8:01.4. So just the wrong side of the extra lap, though as far as Stephen's concerned, just the right side of the extra lap. The section less Cornish has to do to take this home for the win.
Let's see if we can pick him up, Nick, as everything seems to have settled down.
Where's
now.
our leader?
Stephen Horner leading into Ashby. It's the red and white cart. There he is. Well done, boys. Picking him up into Parker for the final time. Behind him, Zyra and Harrison Crook are second and third, and then we've got Oliver Smith, Alex Thomas ahead of Carl Bryant, Nathan Wells, Callum Porter, Scott Clee, Steve Gilly losing out the most there and dropping to 10th with Stephen Mottram just outside the top 10. But this heat has been dominated, I've got to say, by Stephen Horner, and we welcome Stephen back in great style to the NKC, and that will motivate him to keep on coming back with a great heat win for the LRG Motorsport team. Louis Larger's team. Louis not driving this weekend. He made an appearance at the All Plate, and
I made a disappearance as well off the side of the track.
What a dramatic All Plate that was at Rowra in this class.
And if you want to see it, it was our race of the month.
Race of the month, yeah,
it
was
month.
Indeed. Yeah, it was a great race, full of drama, full of intrigue and intensity.
And if you want to know what happened in the actual end, there's actually a comment that tells you what happened.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it was some post-race kerfufflage.
There was some post-race issues, yes, of course, and you'll see by the action why that was. This one, though, heat number 2 for the Rotax 177s. Stephen Horner takes a very fine win, 2.8 seconds, the gap at the flag from Jamie Zyra here with Dan Holland Racing in second place. Harrison Crook for TH Corsa finishes in third, and then we've got the first of the Masters, Oliver Smith in fourth. Alex Thomas was fifth, Nathan Wells sixth, Carl Bryant comes through in seventh, Callum Porter in eighth, and then we've got Scott Clee second in the Masters, ninth, Steve Gilly rounding off the top 10 there, and then we had Richard Evans just getting ahead of Stephen Mottram for 11th and 12th right there on the final lap there, a change for 11th spot.
Oh, looks like someone's failed the nose check there. 65, is that his name taken by the by the nose gnome? Who's 65? Callum Porter. I mean, I don't know whether it actually has been done. It just did have a look at it.
Usually when the scrutineer there, who's sat at the side, well, the hands put up there.
Oh, that does look down. That looks really down.
That's Andy. That's Andy Collinson.
That's really down, that one. Another one down there. Yep.
Andy Collinson pulled up to the line. He actually pointed at him and went, "You've got me, mate. You've got me." There's no escaping that one. It was flopping around, wasn't it? Almost loose.
So there's been some goings on in this race.
I think it was Andy Collinson.
Yeah, I thought it was 1-7 something. I think it might have been Steve Mottram, or it might have been.
No, it wasn't Steve.
What number is Andy Collinson?
He is
174. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So 178. Yeah.
We've got the fourth heat for the juniors are being released. Ethan Waters and Tom Holden are on row 1. We've got Sonny Morgan.